Hey everyone, what's up? As you can see, it says right there, I have reached over, by the time you watch this video, over 7,000 uploads. That's right, over 7,000 uploads. That is just amazing. I'm probably going to be at 7,010, if not beyond that, by the time you see this. So I want to straight out thank you guys for supporting this channel and subscribing to the channel, and to those that come out and defend people like me for for what we're fans of and stuff and what we talk about. So I thank you guys and everything for what you did. Now, what to talk about for this special video? Like, thank you for supporting me over 7,000 videos. Well, I kind of thought I'd talk about something that Joe Vargas, Angry Joe, talked about recently about, I guess, what was it, 19 hours, 20 hours ago or something like that. But yeah, Angry Joe basically talked about this, and actually I'm trying to find it here. I don't know what my dog is doing. She's just sniffing around, walking around now. He uploaded this basically, I guess you could say yesterday or something, and it sounds like maybe about 10 hours ago or something. So but yeah, he was talking about something that I want to talk about, and that is Mortal Kombat X, or in this case Mortal Kombat 10, and exactly what we'll be getting with it. Well, first of all, I'm kind of happy about this because it'll be one of the other games, it'll be one of my first 4 or first 5 games I will have. The reason I say that is because for some of you that may or may not know, I only have 2 games on me right now physically, and that is Injustice, Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition, as well as WWE 2K15. And what I mean by physical is I also have a third game, but it's downloaded directly from PlayStation in the PlayStation Store, and that is Madden 25. I don't have Madden 15, but Madden 25 is the other game. So in actuality, I have 3 PS4 games. One, of course, downloaded directly, and of course, which is basically virtual wise or streaming wise, whatever you want to call it, and download wise, and physical as well in these 2. So yeah, I'm definitely only have about 3 games, and I have a few more games I'm going to get physically to add to my collection. In fact, one of them is going to be by the end of this month will be MLB The Show, MLB 15 The Show. So, and that'll be the first MLB The Show game that I've had ever. And from what I understand about it, people love this this version of Major League Baseball because it's very authentic. It's basically almost like you're playing an actual game itself. So that's something to get excited about. But anyway, talking about Mortal Kombat 10 or X or whatever they want to call it. If I can find it here, I know I have it in my histories because I looked it up. Okay, here we go. Now, like Angry Joe, what the roster that we got for it right now is not totally officially confirmed. There's a lot of things that still have to be tweaked, finalized and stuff. and there's a possibility that we'll get one more DLC character. We're not really sure 100%, but news going around is that IGN reported, from what I saw on Joe's video on this, from what I saw on Joe's video about this, IGN reported that Mortal Kombat X, basically NetherRealms and High Voltage and Warner Brothers, has gotten permission to use Spawn possibly in their game. In fact, one of the head developers for the Mortal Kombat game came out and basically said, "Hey, what's Mortal Kombat and DC doing, Mortal Kombat and Spawn doing together?" In fact, I'll show you what the picture that he had tweeted, or basically what he had tweeted in the picture, if I can get it. It's here somewhere. Here it is. It's buried underneath some of my other Blu-rays. Gotta be careful. It's buried underneath some of my other Blu-rays. But this here was what was the picture, or what was in the tweeted picture that Angry Joe showed off. Basically, this is what the developer, one of the head developers of the game, showed off. Basically kind of giving people a clue as to maybe we're going to get Spawn in the game as well. Because you can see you have Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Legacy, and you have Spawn. What sense does that make, right? This is basically part of the Blades and Battles collection that they brought out. And so yeah, there was a hint tossed around there that we're possibly going to get Spawn as probably one last DLC character. Now for me, I am definitely going to get this game. There's no doubt about that, because I did get Mortal Kombat 9, the complete edition, which is basically like Injustice Ultimate Edition, and that is the fact that it's everything that the original release was, including on the disc, the DLC that you would have to pay for separately. Now, I'm not going to be surprised if NetherRealms and High Voltage and DC and Warner Brothers decide to do the same thing with Mortal Kombat 10 down the line, probably within 6, maybe 5, maybe I would assume within 6 to maybe 9 months. Well, not 9 months, 6 to 8 months. Because 8 months from the time it's released, the original is released, is Christmas. Will be Christmas time. So I would assume between 6 to 8 months we're going to probably see a re-release of Mortal Kombat 10, the complete edition, which will basically be just like 9's was, and like what the Ultimate Edition of Injustice is, and that is the entire game along with all the DLC all on one disc. So I'm not going to put it past NetherRealms and High Voltage not to do that, because I think they will. But yeah, we're possibly going to get Spawn as one last character. We're not one last DLC character. We're not really sure yet. As far as the game itself, it definitely looks very, very good. The roster looks very, very healthy. It looks very, very healthy for what it is. Now, I know there are some people that are fans of certain characters being in there, and some fans that are not. And there's some fans that are happy about certain characters being in there, and there's some fans that are not happy about certain characters being in there. In fact, Angry Joe stated at the end of his video that the Cage family has way too many slots. And I'll get into that in a second. As well as the Jax family, and I'll get into that in a second as well. But those are the only complaints I think Joe would have with this game. He does say that there's one character that he might not like playing against online because of the projectiles and everything being the primary weapon. So we'll have to wait and see. But before I get into more of what Mortal Kombat X is, Mortal Kombat 10 X, whatever you want to call it, is going to offer, let's take a look at the roster here. Now this, obviously, the roster that I'm going to read off here, these are basically the playable characters right off the bat. Basically the characters you'll be able to play as soon as you start the game. We have, it says they have a total of 24 revealed characters. Now there could be a 25th, according to Joe, that we could probably get a 25th one. Joe stated that it could be a character that you have to unlock by beating the whole game, and he's the last character. He's the main boss, the main villain, and once you beat him, he or she becomes a playable character as well. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see on that. But here's the roster right now. The 24 characters that are confirmed. We have Cassie Cage, who is the daughter of Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. We have Devore. We have Ermac with a new look. We have Ferrer and Tor, a dual personality character, I guess. We have Goro. Goro, of course, if you pre-order the game, will be playable as a pre-order bonus. So I guess you'll get some kind of code or something like that to download him. But if not, he'll probably end up being a DLC character down the line. You know, like after they get all the DLC characters out, or even before then, they'll probably offer him as a free DLC or a $3.99 DLC or something like that. I mean, a lot of video games have done that. I mean, WWE's games have done that. You know, they'll say, oh, if you do this, you'll get this character to play right off the bat. And if you don't get it, if you don't pre-order or anything, you have to wait until maybe months later to get it. Maybe like doing the final DLC pack release, which I think Goro will be part of. You'll probably get him at the first or the last DLC pack release. You know, so, but not as part of the packs, but on his own, I think. You have Jacqueline Briggs, which is the daughter of Jax. She's in there. You have Johnny Cage. He's in there. You have Sonya Cage, or Sonya Blade, as we know her. But I guess they're going to call her Sonya Cage now because she's married to Johnny. You have Fujin. You have Jax, Chinook, Kano, Quintana. You have Kung Jin, which is the son of Kung Lao. You have Melina. You have Quan Chin. You have Raiden. You have Reptile in his new reptilian design. Scorpion, of course. He's on, obviously, because he's on one of the covers, or it looks like one of the covers. Sub-Zero. Takashin Takari. And Jason Voorhees. Now, Jason Voorhees is not part of the playable roster. He's part of the DLC pack that's coming. Now, the bad news, if you're a 360 or PS3 owner, the game has been delayed until at least mid portion of this year. So instead of getting it like April or May or something like that, you'll probably get it about June or July. Now there is the good news. If you're a next gen owner like I am, and like I should say many are, but like I am, you will get it on time on the 14th of April, and that's also the PC version as well. Now, Jason Voorhees, Jason from the Friday the 13th series, is going to be in the game. We found out a few other characters are coming, so let me look at that. Try to find that. We do know other characters are coming. We do know Tanya is a character that was, I think, in Mortal Kombat 4. She'll be back. She's coming back as DLC. We've got Tremor. He's coming back. He was in the PS. The last time people saw him was in I guess a bonus stage or bonus level or something like that, or whatever it was. Kind of like a bonus. It wasn't just a bonus stage. It was kind of like a challenge stage or something that you were able to play as him in the Vita version, the PS Vita version of Mortal Kombat 9. So he'll be coming back this time as a DLC character for the next gen consoles and stuff like that. Let's see here. You also get, as well, Predator. That's right. Predator is the other DLC character that is confirmed, and possibly one more confirmation will come before its release, and I think it's going to be Spawn. So, Angry Joe, I know, will be happy about that. Now, according to IGN, which I'm on the website of right now, it says that for the first time ever, Mortal Kombat X gives players the ability to choose from multiple variations of each character, impacting both strategy and fighting style, and with a newly fully connected gameplay experience, players are launched into a precedent online contest where every fight matters in a global battle for supremacy. So in other words, when you go online, apparently, to play multiplayer against people around the world, you'll be thrust right into combat, right off the bat. Persistent. That's what it is. Into persistent online combat. So in other words, you'll get thrust right into it against whoever you're going to face, and it just continue on. Now, it also states that players step into original story showcasing some of the game's most horrific characters, including Scorpion and Sub-Zero, while introducing new challenges that represent the forces of good and evil and tie the tale together. Now, I also forgot to mention, I don't know if I said his name, but Liu Kang is also back in the game. The woo guy is back in the game. So that's good. That's one of everybody's favorite characters. So that's pretty cool. And of course, it is rated M, just like a lot of the games have been. A majority of them have been throughout the years. Now, as for me, I've always been a fan of Mortal Kombat. You know, I have several games. I have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo that I do have. I have that on the Super Nintendo, so like I said, hold on for a sec. Let me move this just a bit. There we go. But like I said, I have that on the Super Nintendo, the cartridge that is. I also have Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and I think that's what it is. I think it's Armageddon or Deception. Let me check. I know I have one of them for the PS2.